Hello everybody. This time we're going to talk briefly about the purification and the consecration of a ritual tool. I figured since our lesson this month was touched briefly on some of the most popular or the basic tools used by Wiccans, I would show how to cleanse and consecrate such. So one of the more popular ways is to give a moon bath. You can hang your tool out, depending on what type of tool it is, out from a tree to let it soak in the moonlight, or if your altar is set up near a window where the moonlight comes in, that's a great opportunity. Anytime your tool is within the altar is great. So most people like to use a complete moon cycle from full moon to full moon when doing a moon bath, so that it is able to absorb that energy and that light from each phase of the moon. So another way is a salt bath, whether you use dry salt and wrap the tool up in a cloth with the salt, or you can give it a salt bath. If I'm gonna give anything a salt bath, I usually use a sprig that I've made of herbs, fresh herbs such as lavender and sage, and I've got bay leaves to use to douse or rub or however onto the tool. And if you're going to anoint a tool with anything such as candle magic, you want to work from the middle out. And again, as with spell working, you want to make your intent very clear the entire time that you're doing your work. So you're going to think of cleansing as you're doing this. So another option would be to bury your tool in the ground, and when people do that, they like to leave it a complete moon cycle as well. So different people use different techniques, whatever suits them best, whether it's because of their location or they prefer a certain way because of their element. So after you've cleansed your tool, you'll want to consecrate it. Consecration is going to help keep negativity out of your tool, such as any negative vibes that it may pick up in the atmosphere. Like, just because someone doesn't handle your athame, for example, doesn't mean that their vibes can't soak into it if they're around it, around your altar or wherever. So consecration helps keep negativity out in your personal use and group use and such. So it also helps your tool become more powerful as it asks for the energy from the divine to enter it. So one of the first steps is you want to hold your tool in your dominant hand, which is usually the right hand, as is mine, and you want to focus on the purest, brightest white light you can imagine. Imagine it filling yourself, your sacred space, and the ritual object. So you'll take a moment to do that. Begin to visualize the brightest light to where it's almost blinding, and focus it and just feel it in the air around you, within you, and through into your tool. So after you've done that, you want to smudge your tool. You can smudge it with the smoke from an incense, or you can use the smoke from, like if you decide to burn sage. So to make it a little easier for this demonstration, we'll just use the smoke from the incense. And when you pass it through the smoke, you want to visualize the power of the smoke and what it represents. Now an incense, like a patchouli incense or frankincense, is a good one, but it really doesn't matter, whatever you feel more comfortable with. So you're passing through the smoke, letting it absorb the energy from the smoke, and again you're visualizing the intent, the consecration of your tool. And after you finish with this, you'll have your candles set up, seeing how as hopefully you'll be able to do this on your altar. But if not, even if you just have a single candle lit, that's great. if it's on your altar, you normally have a candle to represent the deities as one, or separate god and goddess candles. So whichever one you identify with better, you'll want to use. And you'll pass the tool, the object, through or above, because you don't want to be touching anything on fire, the light of the candle. So you'll pass it through, and you'll think of the light penetrating and filling all the spaces between the atoms in your tool. And just imagine that bright light absorbing into your tool. And don't think of it as the flame of a candle. Think of it as the energy of the god and or the goddess. So when you're done with this, you'll place your Wiccan tool in the very center of your altar. You want to focus on it completely and ask the deities to sanctify this tool. You can do this by just a short form of meditation and focusing your intent on it, or you can just outright say, hey, please bless this tool. Fill it with your energy, with your protection. Don't allow any negativity to enter. You can also say something, only the most pure divine energy may enter and work through this sacred object. You want to make your intention clear. So after you ask for your object to be sanctified, you want to hold on to this intent until you feel it has completely taken. After you feel like everything is done and your object is indeed consecrated, then you can close your intent with so mote it be, blessed be, however you want to close. Now your tool is consecrated. I hope this lesson was informative, even though it was a little short. And until next time, I hope everyone has a wonderful day.